Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Nathan from MyCryptoParadise. In today's video, we will look at Cerium, and obviously we will look at the multiple time frames against the USDT and also look at the price action against the Bitcoin. Also, we will see the general market sentiment, talk a little about the Bitcoin, and yet again try to understand what is happening in the market, what we should be expecting next. Starting with a coin 360 just to see the market sentiment. Overall, the market is bleeding. Nearly every coin is in red. Bitcoin down 10%, Ethereum 13%, BNB 12%. Since April 14, just under 10 days, the Bitcoin has dropped by 27%, from 65k down to $47,000. A massive drop. Obviously, a lot of traders got liquidated, but we actually had a very good trade despite this downside move. We will show that to you a little bit later on. And before we move to the Cerium, let's have a look at our previously made analysis. Starting off with the Stellar. Well, we see this downside move as on all coins, and this was due to this rejection of the resistance. We warned about that in our previous video, and market did decline towards the average price uptrend trend line. So here is definitely a support area for the Stellar, which might result in a price starting to move up. Nonetheless, it is possible that the moving average will get retested. Price still can drop towards 0.28 area. The Wi-Fi actually been quite steady on the steady rise. We did our analysis once the price was at this bottom near $30,000, and as we can see, it's rising steadily. We still expect the price to hit $70,000 area, and yet again we might be seeing further correction to the downside, maybe even retest of this area. But in the long run, Wi-Fi remains heavily bullish. The Teller actually broke previously made resistance, which was a double top, and now it becomes the support. The simple uptrend also is being rejected, which is a positive sign. However, it is possible that the price will retest the key support near $43. On the other hand, if this support holds, there can be this move to the upside. But if we break this support, obviously there could be even further decline, which at this stage seems to be quite unlikely. A very interesting price action on Tron. We predicted that this resistance, where two fibs are meeting at 0.09, will be tested. In fact, it got broken and now it became the support. Also an interesting fact, and this means that this bottom across the coins could be a very interesting buying opportunities. On the other hand, it could be like catching a falling knife. Buying should be done with extreme caution, only if you know what you're doing, because if we break this support, there can be a further decline towards another trend line. The CRV retesting the support, we can see a double bottom formation. Price approached an average price uptrend trend line, but if we adjust this trend line and place it through this low, we can see that it has been in fact tested. This could be also an interesting opportunity on the CRV. Obviously, break below on the daily time frame below this support will most likely push the price down to test the moving average and the support at $1.67. Our latest analysis was for the EOS, and we spoke about this support, this key support, and now we can see what is happening with the daily candle. A massive kick out move, stop loss kick out move by the EOS, which means that if the daily will manage to break and close below 558, then it is highly likely that the price will be moving towards $344. If not, this might actually suggest that bullish trend is highly likely to continue. So watching EOS, especially the daily closing price, today closing price. Okay, moving on to the Cerium. Well, this is a DeFi project, yet another DeFi project, and we know how DeFi project skyrocketed this altcoin season, and this certainly brings a good price potential for this coin in the medium to long run. On the coin market cap, it is ranked 151, which is very low. The total market cap is only $270 million. So this coin might be holding a huge potential, because if it will shoot, the gains could be enormous. It's quite an interesting opportunity right now, and we will show you why by looking on the charts. This is a daily logarithmic chart for the Cerium. And what we have here is the average price uptrend trend line. We have used this resistance area, then there was this support, then there was another support, and we having yet another support forming near the trend line. Very interesting thing here is that how price actually acted near the 50 exponential moving average. First, it has been rejected multiple times. Then we had the break above the moving average, and then it acted as the support. And right now, as we can see, it is yet again acting as the support. There was no closing price below the moving average, suggesting the validity of the major uptrend. Well, prior to that, what we had is this corrective move to the downside, which certainly looks like an ABC pattern based on the Elliott wave theory. Very important fact here is that previous high, which is the top of the B wave, has been broken with a daily break and close above. On the other hand, we have this double top formation, which obviously resulted in the strong pullback. But what is interesting about this pullback is the clean bounce of the 61.8 Fips based on the last wave to the upside. So we had two clean bounces, and the final one was today. This makes a $5 psychological level a key support. Now, as long as price stays above it, and especially above this low, which is 462, this will remain a bullish trend. Very important to watch that the daily close will remain above this price, because in the alternative scenario, this could be a downside wave. Now, speaking about the bullish scenario, as long as we hold this support area with the moving average, with the average price trend line, with the Fibs, the price is highly likely to continue rising. And what we might be seeing as the nearest resistance is 127.2 Fibs at $928 or 161.8 Fibs at $10.76, and it makes the $10 psychological area a very attractive zone for profit fixing, at least for the current wave, because then there could be even a continuation of an uptrend. Obviously, this is only if the daily closing price will remain above $462. Now let's have a look at the 6-hour chart. And as you can see here, we yet again used an Elliott wave theory. Very interesting is that we could have completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave upside move. Now there was this A, B, and C pullback, and as long as this bottom holds, this confirmed that this is only an ABC rather than the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the downside. Considering that the simple uptrend trend line got cleanly rejected along with the Fibonacci support, this makes this support area a very attractive for buyers. But the market is undergoing a strong pullback, strong corrective phase, which means that the risk of further decline remains high. And there could be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 wave to the downside as well if this support will get broken. So in that case, price could be retesting one of the previously formed support, either this low at 387 or this low at 3.16, also possible. And there is this possibility that the price will produce spike below 463. So very important to watch the daily closing price, that it will remain above, and as long as it's above, it is a bullish, long-term bullish trend for the Cerium. Moving on to the 4-hour time frame. There is a simple uptrend trend line. You can see this spot where the moving average got rejected cleanly, and then we produced a new higher high. Now we had this break below the trend line? Well, first there was this clean bounce, and then price did actually break below. We have used here a Fibonacci retracement indicator to show you basically that this distance prior to the breakout equals the distance after the breakout. So the price actually has reached the bottom of this correction based on the breakout of the trend line, yet again suggesting that this could have been the bottom. Nonetheless, right now market could be consolidating between this resistance at 60.44 and support at 463. Now break below will increase the downside risk substantially, while break above this resistance will increase the upside potential significantly as well. So guys, you can see that the market is actually undergoing this correctional phase, and just wanted to share with you how we acted in this market condition. Look, we shorted the Dodge in Paradise Family VIP channel. This was our entry, and look just what happened. Price went down and did test the target free. It was a pretty fast, nice move, so we made a profit even with a declining market. It doesn't matter for us whether the market is bullish or bearish. We trade disregarding the direction and we still make profit. Visit our website to join our free channel if you're trading on Binance, BitMEX or Bybit. The link is down in the description of this video. Moving on to the CRM on the 2-hour time frame. And here we have a first bullish signature, the break above the key resistance area. So this breakout implied that the buyers are actually taking the control, but look how sellers actually acted upon this breakout, a strong move down. We have this support area, okay, and it got rejected 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So 3 rejections, and we had this strong resistance area. Previously it was the support, then we got rejected once, and then the second there was this breakout. So the probability at this stage is in favor of the upside move as long as we hold above this support and especially above this low. This price here could have been a good opportunity for buyers, but very careful, market tricky. It could do something like that to kick out all the stop losses that are just below this low. But then if daily close will be above this level, then it still will be a bullish trend. So you must keep in mind that this scenario is still possible. Now finally, we will look at the CRM against the Bitcoin, also an interesting price action. We can see 2 wedge patterns here. Here is one wedge and we have another wedge, basically in blue trend lines. Now the key point here is that the downside wedge, we had the break above, clean and confirmed break to the upside. Now we had also the break below this wedge, but firstly there was only a spike produced and then price failed to close below this spike. There was another spike, but then no clean breakout. So this is not a clean breakout below this pattern. Besides, we have the bounce of the moving average, and we also have a bounce of 61.8 fips, which is a clean bounce upon this attempt to break below the wedge. After this spike, there was no confirmed break below this low, validating the uptrend. So right now we can see this box where price is likely to range trade, and we need to definitely see the break above this resistance area. On the other hand, if price breaks below this low, then we're likely to retest 88.6 fips, which previously acted as the support. All in all, the long-term trend is bullish against the Bitcoin and against the USDT. But it is very, very, very important to stay cautious, because further downside move to kick all the stop losses should be expected. Alright, that's all for today, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to take it easy and smooth, and see you next time.